In the video game reviewing system, the opinions of Dog Dad Studios are represented by two separately but equally important groups. Myself and my dog. These are their viewpoints. Howdy folks and welcome. I hope this finds you well. Today, we'll be talking about first-person competitive multiplayer shooters. Say that 3 times fast. We'll be talking about a couple of those games today because something feels amiss. Maybe I've become jaded over the years, but whether I'm playing Valorant, COD, Escape from Tarkov, Overwatch, all of them feel oddly similar. I'm not saying they're all the same, but I think all of them have shifted away from skill and more focused on catering to the player's overall experience, whether that's a good one or bad. Now, hold your typing because I need to explain what I just said. I'm not saying these games do not take skill. What I am saying is there are ways around it. Everyone loves powering up in video games. It's been a trope since Mario ate the mushroom. I love the green screen. A lot of developers want to harness that feeling of elation when you power up. But for competitive multiplayer shooters, that translates to players having different abilities, spells, you name it. That is not a bad thing, and that innovation has led to some of my favorite games of all time. But this change in the zeitgeist of first-person multiplayer gameplay comes at a cost: the balancing. For example, Escape from Tarkov, a self-titled competitive game. Tarkov will never be balanced because of the developer's pursuit of realism. But most of the gameplay is based off of other people grinding out rep, better ammo, better equipment, because they have 8 to 10 hours a day to do so. You can't call yourself a competitive game when there are 2,000 random factors going into each raid. How would you react if you were going to play a baseball game and the other team showed up with metal bats? Just because they grinded before the game for 5 hours? Come on, you wouldn't call that competitive. Hero shooters are really popular nowadays because it is so much fun to play with all these different style characters. I'm also a big fan of paladins. I don't know if anyone plays. There is a huge space online for these games, but are they competitive? Let's think about the hero shooter a little bit more from the developer's point. I feel like studios that make these hero games have to always raise the bar, finding the next cool character or creating the next big explosion. And sometimes they're not even free. You have to pay for them.
Just as we thought.
Rainbow Six Siege was one of those tactical games from long ago that had really solid gameplay and a few really solid characters that made the gameplay fun and tactical. And now the game looks like a Street Fighter menu with a ton of characters all having 5 gadgets and an ultimate ability. Then there are competitive shooters that just lack developer support for some reason, like Halo Infinite. What the heck is going on? What happened to this franchise? It's a damn shame.
Shame.
Don't forget the atrocity of Overwatch 2. I mean, I still don't understand what their thought process was for creating this game. They only took things away. Ah, that's why. Then there's Counter-Strike.
Throw a Pokeball. Have a pillow fight. Pillow fight!
A game that I've played unironically for around 24 years, and what I believe to be the most competitive shooter on the market. And here's why. Let's get this straight right off the M4. Counter-Strike is not a perfect game. I know the op is cheap. I know VAC drops the ball sometimes, but when you compare these things to, I don't know, Speed Hackers and Tarkov?
Have people spawned by like no backpack?
Oh, there's a cheater.
Oh my god.
I think I'll live. What brings me back to Counter-Strike almost every single week is one simple thing. Counter-Strike's core gameplay is visceral, balanced, and engaging, and very few things have changed. I equate Counter-Strike to chess. Rage-filled, loud, hot pocket-fueled chess.
Ma'am? Yes, hon? More Hot Pockets!
Whether you're playing 1.6, Source, Counter-Strike 2, and why didn't they just make it Counter-Strike 2.0? Anyways, the pieces don't change, the maps don't shift, The randomness comes down to your team and the opponent's team doing what they do on the field of battle. And the randomness comes down to what your team and the enemy team does each round. Each team has almost full access to the other's arsenals, albeit a couple of weapons, and the start of a full match in Counter-Strike is probably the most balanced you'll get, apart from maybe Halo. Each team starts with $1,000 and a dream. Counter-Strike doesn't rely on drastic changing conditions like weather, weapon degradation, or cooldowns, which makes learning the game a lot easier, especially if you're not familiar with the flow of each map. It becomes second nature. You don't have to worry about being gunned down because you didn't grind 8 hours for some Russian trader.
Здорово, рад тебя видеть.
No, you'll just get gunned down because you're bad at the game like me. And that's okay, because you respawn within a minute or two. Unlike PUBG or Apex Legends, I really enjoy Counter-Strike's map layout. I think Counter-Strike maps have the best ratio of close quarters combat and mid to long range engagements, while also maintaining good round times. Counter-Strike's maps have also benefited heavily from the time that they've been played. There is a reason why there's an exclusive Dust 2 playlist on CS2. It is a perfect map.
Are you challenging me?
Too late.
With only minor tweaks between 1.6 Source and what we have today. I see people all the time saying, this is a CT-sided map, this is a T-sided map. I've seen this since Ice World, and that was a symmetrical map. While there are favored maps, winning is never guaranteed. If you bring the right firepower, equipment, and skill, anything is possible in this game.
Not going down without a fight. Oh wow, there's the first fast frag. Hiko gets a double. Still time. Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Hiko do it again?
Just like chess, you can win with a couple of pieces in a bad position. There is no better feeling in gaming than winning a competitive match fair and square. As much as my teenage self loved dual wielding akimbos and getting a nuke on favela, there is nothing like clutching the end of a match in a Counter-Strike game. You worked for it. It wasn't some invincibility mode or cooldown ability that made you win. It was you. But without the flashy power-ups and distinctive skills, some folks might feel like the gameplay is a little stale. And I can understand that sentiment, that repetitiveness might make you feel that way. And I think it's why Counter-Strike has stood up to the test of time. Counter-Strike's core competitive gameplay has not changed between the iterations, it's just been tweaked. 1.6 players will swear to the movement physics, Source players will swear to the recoil and accuracy of weapons, and CS2 players love the particle effects and the new graphics. But at the end of the day, it's counter-terrorists versus terrorists. Counter-Strike also has a competitive matchmaking system. Even casual games can descend into some really tense rounds. Again, Counter-Strike is not a perfect game, and I know I'll see some comments down below telling me why. I also despise the loot crate and unboxing of weapons system. I mean, not to sound old, but back in the day, you would just download some sketchy file, put it in your CS directory, and you would have the skin. Not paying $41 for an M4A1 skin, half of which goes to a billion-dollar company. Also dealing with VAC over 20 odd years, yeah, there's ups and downs.
That weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, it shows everyone's rank.
Nothing banana.
Wait, what the fuck? Where is this? How do I close this? I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. Fucking VACBan. I'm gonna kill this girl.
But I feel like everyone screams hacker when they get shot through smoke. In reality, don't peek. Someone's going to be shooting. I do it. In the grand scale of the game, those are minor, because they have nothing to do with the actual gameplay of Counter-Strike, which is balanced and fair. Look, Counter-Strike cannot change fundamentally. Any deviation from Counter-Strike would just be another game or modification. And we have so many of those games, which is a wonderful thing. So many developers have taken from Doom, Quake, Counter-Strike and added their own flair to it. It is an excellent thing. But are those games competitive? I don't think so. I would love to get your take on this and what you think competitive means. Look, I love every game that I've talked about, except for Overwatch 2. Like chess, I think Counter-Strike will be with us for the long haul, because at the end of the day, it is the true competitive shooter. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my opinion. I do not take it for granted. Again, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what makes a game competitive, or are you playing any competitive games that I didn't mention today? Let me know. I truly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video, check out my channel. There's something there for everyone. I make sure of it. And as always, see you next time. I love the green screen.
It takes the violence of Counter-Strike and makes it kid-friendly.